Good morning. How you doing? Welcome everybody to Stock Markets with Bruce. It's Uncle Bruce here. Welcome to the show. It's Wednesday, May 12th, 2021. Welcome everybody to the channel. Another day in paradise. Are we going to have fun in the markets? We just might. Hope you're doing all right today. Survived the evening intact. You survived all the stress of yesterday's market. Back for more fun. Zorphius, Uncle Bruce, your info over the past few days about writing call options and each month on shares just sitting there was great. Last night's info was the best. Could you talk again about selling calls? Well, it comes down to what is it you want out of your portfolio? What do you think is realistic from your stocks? And if you own 100 shares or more of GameStop, for example, you can be paid to hold these shares. They will fluctuate. They always do. They always will. But you could be paid in the meantime to try to make some money on them. I was telling my investors and my viewers last week and this week, you can write call contracts on any stock basically as long as you have 100 or more shares, and if you have an options trading account, obviously. But on something like IBM, or Apple, you can write call contracts for, like, say, 2 weeks at a time, or 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, maybe 5 to 10% ahead of the market, and offer a call contract or two or three, depending on how many shares you get. You won't bring in a huge premium because these shares don't move up and down $20 a day, but you will bring in some premium money on top of whatever dividend money you get, like, say, for IBM. On something like GameStop, you can write call options. Right now, with the stock at 143, you could write 150s for this Friday, or you could write 160s for next Friday, or you could write 170s for the Friday after that. It all depends. I mean, you can write 180s for this Friday, but you won't get much money for them. So depending on how far out of the money you are and how long you give the contract bargainer or gambler time, how much time you give them, that's how much your money will rise to you. But you got to ask yourself, if you hold GameStop shares and you can write call contracts and you can bring in, say, 75 cents a day for every day that you offer contracts on your stock, you got to wonder, gee, am I happy with that? I mean, look, if I have 100 shares, I bring in 75 cents a day. I bring in $75 a day in depreciation on average. So, if you can write a 750 call, good for 10 days, whatever strike price that is, and the stock stays under that strike price, the option will die worthless, and you will score 750 or 75 cents a day on 100 shares. You have 1,000 shares? That's 10 call contracts. That's $7,500 for 10 days. Now, maybe what you might do is you might write a 2-month call contract on GameStop at $200 a share or $190 a share and bring in 20 something bucks. You might not bring in 75 cents a share per day, but you could bring in maybe 60 cents a day for the entire month. Bring in $18 or $20, something like that. Then again, you might get $22.50 for the call contract, depending on the strike price. 5 weeks length, 6 weeks length, whatever, and bring in a nice premium per day for stock you're holding anyway. You can play it by ear. If you wrote call contracts last week on GameStop when they were 160, 65, you would have been writing for, say, next Friday's expiry. You would have been writing 180s, 190s, and you would have brought in maybe $8, $10. Well, they're trading right now at $2 a piece, $3 each, because the stock is down to 140. Those call contracts have dropped off the face of the earth. You're happy because you sold them for $8, $9. You could buy them back right now for $2. Turn around right now and write new contracts for, say, 2 weeks from now, say at 175 or 180. Bring in another $5, $6, $7 a share or more, and keep bringing in money. Let the time and the stock fluctuation work for you. If the shares later today go into the 150 range, 153 range, 155 range on a recovery of the Dow or the big markets, if all the markets take a run up today and everything moves with it, maybe GameStop will reach 150, 52. You might write 185s this afternoon. Buy back the calls you've written now. Sit on the sidelines. Let the stock pop up 8, 10, $12 a share. Write call contracts at a higher price. They may or may not do that. I don't know. You could just wait them out. You've got contracts you've written already. they're at the stock's 143.61. You've written 180s, 190s. You got $8-9 for them. They're trading at $2-3. You don't have to do anything for the next 5, 6, 7 days. You can just let those contracts expire completely and cash in the entire proceeds from that call contract. Up to you. You have many, many, many options. Some of you out there don't realize it, but you probably have enough capital and enough stock, or you could easily move your capital around in such a way to have enough stock in whatever stocks you want to play with, where you could write call contracts and make a living from it, or make a nice side hustle from it. On AMC, for instance, a bunch of you out there could buy a bunch of this stock right now at 10.20. Just buy it and turn around and write $11 contracts for $1.35, like we were just hearing a few minutes ago. Bringing $1.35. You're bringing your cost down to $8.90 a share, because you're bringing in $1.35 against a 10.20 purchase. So your cost average is now $8.90 if the contracts expire worthless, being 11s. And then when they do, you turn around and write new contracts again, depending on where the stock is. If the stock's exactly where it is now, a month from now, you write 11s again. You bring in another $1.35 if you can. And your cost average is now down to $7.50, $7.55 a share. What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with any of that. So, I mean, you can bring your cost average down, bring in capital, buy more stock with it, or live off that money if it's outside of a 401k or outside of a Roth IRA. So some of you out there might be able to buy enough AMC or enough GameStop shares, even now, to turn around and write contracts against them to bring in the kind of capital that you can actually live off of. If you've got, say, $100,000, you can buy $100,000 worth of these shares, or $50,000 of each of them if you want, and then write contracts against both of them. And some of these contracts are 2-week contracts, some are 3 weeks, some are 5 weeks, some are 8 weeks. It all depends on the stock and the premiums and everything else. But if you can take $100,000 and generate $10,000 in a month from premiums from your investment, and only need to live on $4,000 or $5,000 of it, and the rest you just reinvest into your market to grow your portfolio, there's something to think about. If you've got a $500,000 portfolio, you can pick up $500,000 worth of stock, and you can bring in a 10% premium against the value of your stock, 10 to 15% premium in a month on a $500,000 portfolio. That is $50,000 to $75,000 of capital coming in from option premiums as you're writing call contracts. Now, you're gambling that the stock will stay under a certain price to cash in on the contract value, of course. But on the other hand, if the stock goes up on you, your $500,000 portfolio might be worth $600,000 because your stock went up. So you lost your $50,000, or you didn't lose $50,000 on the contracts. You didn't. You may find that the calls you sold for $50,000, you had to buy back for $50,000, but your stock went up to $600,000 in value. So you're up $100,000 in value, and you broke even on your contract. Right now, $600,000 portfolio, you're writing contracts for $60,000 or $90,000, depending on the premiums. Going forward another month, and the stock doesn't go up anymore. It stays at $550,000 to $600,000 for the next month. You now cashed in $60,000 to $90,000 in cash, and your portfolio is worth $550,000 to $600,000. Nice. You live off of $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. The rest you leave in the market. You buy more stock. You now have a portfolio worth $600,000, $650,000. You're writing contracts on a $650,000 portfolio. $65,000 to $95,000 coming in again and again. You're doing this 12 times a year on 1 month turnovers, if that's what you're doing. Rollovers, I should say. 1 month rollover contract rights strategy. It all depends on your risk tolerance, your ability to watch the market, your capacity to handle the stress of the market moving while you have contracts against it. Everything else. And you can be into one stock, or be into 5 stocks, or into 10. Write contracts on all 10 of your stocks. And you might have some Apple and some IBM and some GameStop and some AMC and some other shares that you're writing calls on. Good for you. You can make a living doing this, depending on how much you have. It can be done. Thank you, everybody, for that. If you'd like to talk to me about a 1-hour session, you want to get together with me, send me an email. through my email address, which is right here. It's the old school hotmail.com email address. Send me an email. Say, Bruce, I'd like to talk to you on a one-on-one session. When can you book me in? I'd like to make a reservation and lock it in right away.